What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. Man, I'm back again, man. I'm tired. It's story time. Yeah, it's story time. Well, I'm going to tell you about a bad dude. I'm finna tell y'all about a bad dude, man. Well, prison got some real characters. Man, what the... Man, this a sock. This a sock. I just noticed it. I had this sock with me today for about the last hour. Me and my wife just came in. I had to go pick my car up from the mechanic. Man, these mechanics think they so slick. Boy, they'll keep your car for forever. And be every time you call and ask about it, they be talking, it's almost done. I got this to do. But the whole time, they didn't fix the car, but they using your car to drive all around the city in and run errands. Man, I popped up on that chump about 30 minutes ago. He was headed to the car with his little gas can in his hand, like he was finna go get some gas. I said, hey! Yeah. Then go to line. Man, they be lying. Turn around today, again, earlier today, when got my truck out the paint shop. Man, they done painted all on the black, of course, you know what I'm saying. It's blue. What other color, But they got blue on the tires. They got blue on the black running board. They got blue on the black stuff that the strips across. I said, man, what's up? Hey, man. Huh? Still had tape where they taped off the chrome around the whip. Still had the tape on there, just pulled. Okay. Had to take it back. Well, I got to take it back. They shorthanded. Asked me, did I want a job? I don't work, homie. I got people work for me. I give out jobs, But anyway, that's nothing. Man, moving on, you can tell from the title of the story, title of the thumbnail. This is about a bad dude right here, man. This is about a bad dude. And the reason why I put that bad dude on him, because he was one of the most humblest. He was very humble. He was one of the most humblest cats I had ran across while doing time. He didn't get loud. He didn't try to beat you out of nothing, take you out of for nothing. He didn't try to, he wasn't them type that try to bogart the TV in the TV room or, you know what I'm saying? He didn't play no sports. He didn't play no dominoes, card games, chess. He didn't do none of that. He didn't do anything but sit around and just kick it all day and talk with his homeboys. He loved his homeboys. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something about Alabama. Alabama is very, very clannish, cliquish, and territorial. They got this thing called homeboyism. They real big on this homeboyism, meaning that forget the gang aspect of stuff. The gang stuff comes second nature to this homeboy thing. Now, that was one of my biggest problems I had with these dudes out here when I first got locked up. Because I didn't understand the way they split their loyalties with they so-called homeboys versus whatever organization they were claiming. For instance, like they could be Crip, but now they could be from a certain project in one of these cities, and another dude could be from their project, but could be a blood or a disciple, because out here they got all type of stuff running through their projects. Could be a blood or a disciple now in prison, but now their loyalties are going to go to him. I'm gonna say 7.5 out of 10 of them are like that. Not all of them. I ran across a few that, man, if they was cripping, they put that first. If they was blood, they put that first. If they were disciple, they put that first. You know what I'm saying? Very few. Mostly, they was gonna go with this homeboy stuff. I had been in situations to where I was getting into it with other groups and look up, and it was a Crip with them. I'd get into it with another dude, not another group, but I'd get into it with another dude that was a part of a different group. And right before the rubber met the road, before it was time to barbecue a meal do, I look up, and it was a Crip with him. Now, the problems might have got alleviated or however, but when it was over with, that so-called little Crip dude, immediately, I had him dealt with. I had him dealt with. No, God, what you did is called treason. Treason. And in America, treason is punishable by death. Y'all do the math. But anyway, so back to this cat I'm talking about. I don't want to say his real name. Oh, yeah. So how I was going about the homeboyism. Now, you have 4 major cities in the state of Alabama. The four big ones are Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, Huntsville. Those are the 4 biggest. Then you got a lot of them that's coming right on their heels. You know what I'm saying? Like Tuscaloosa and you know what I'm saying, Anniston and other little places. They got a lot of other. They got a whole bunch of different places. But anyway, those are just the 4 biggest ones. Huntsville is gonna do what Huntsville do. Montgomery and Mobile, they ride together. They don't like Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? And so I seen a whole lot of clicking up and a whole lot of going at it. The first few years, I didn't know what was going on. I had to sit back and watch and figure it out. A lot of times, Birmingham go click up with T-Town. T-Town, that is a nickname for Tuscaloosa, where the University of Alabama is. Tuscaloosa, boy, them some hard-headed little cats. Boy, they hard to deal with. But now, Birmingham within itself is going to always be super deep in whatever prison you go to. Birmingham going to be deep. And they hard-headed too, man. So imagine when Birmingham by itself is already a super-duper problem. Already a super-duper problem in the system. But now, here it is. When they click up with Tuscaloosa too, oh, man, look, get out the way. But like I say, Montgomery is deep, and they got riders from their spot too. And, Montgomery is the capital of Alabama. But Birmingham is the biggest city. Then they'll hook up with Mobile. Mobile is what I call, this is my personal opinion, Mobile is what I call cutthroat central. Cutthroat central. You don't want to, if you doing time and you from Birmingham and stuff like that, you really don't want to go down to the bottom. Now, going down to the bottom is the bottom of the map. Down at the bottom part of the map of Alabama, that's where Mobile and a lot of these other places, little cities and stuff are down there called the bottom. So the prisons that are down there in that area are called the bottom. And when you get down there, Mobile run that. Mobile run that. Even though Birmingham is deep, that's Mobile's backyard. That's their stomping ground. And the reason why I call it Cutthroat Central, because you can be in another part of the state in a prison way up here, and the dudes out of Mobile, man, they cool, they act right, they all that. Soon as you get down to the bottom, they flip the script. They flip the script, man. They flip the script. They don't want you scoring no dope down there. The police, that's horses, they in their ear trying to stop them from dealing with you. They trying to pack you out, stab you up. They trying to do all that. And it's like, dang, homie, just 6 months ago, we was up there in West Jefferson together. And it was cool. We was in St. Clair. It was cool. Now I get down here, you done flip. All right. So, I used to watch that type of thing going all the time. Now, Birmingham, they the Alabama bullies. Birmingham is the Alabama bullies, man. They push their weight around in their jail system. That's something they do. But now, like I say, you got some killers and some riders from everywhere. This story right here is about a dude that was from Montgomery, and he was showing up problem. I'm gonna call him Moon. Now, for the record, so y'all hear me, Moon is not his real name. So for those out there that was locked up with me or locked up in Alabama prison system, y'all wondering, what are you talking about? If you can, you get in contact with me in the comments, and I tell you his real name. I'm just not gonna say his real name out on here. I'm just gonna call him Moon. Moon was a fool. Man, Moon stood about 6'1", he might have weighed about 175, 180. That's good weight though. He's 6'1", about 175, 180. He had these big old eyes. And you would think when he first look at you, you can call his name and he'll turn around like you call my name, Toon. What's up? That's how he was. You would think he doing it like, man, what? But that's just how his eyes were big. And you would think, man, this fool is crazy. And many, many years, I thought Moon was crazy. But now me and Moon was cool though. I knew Moon had skills, but I didn't know Moon had the skills that he had. Man, listen. In the Alabama prison system, Birmingham and Montgomery do not get along. They don't get along with Mobile too much, but I don't know if it's still that way right today, but right before I left, it was like an open war though with Birmingham and Montgomery. They didn't get along. When I was in one of the maximum security prisons, St. Clair, they had their own block for the Montgomery cats, and they had their own blocks for the Birmingham cats. Now, with St. Clair being up this way, Birmingham was all over the whole prison. Montgomery was too in an instance, but they situated themselves right here in this certain block. I was in the block with them. That's where they put me. It didn't make no difference where I go. I'm from South Central LA. But anyway, I seen them dudes get into some major clashes. And Moon, if he didn't do nothing else, he loved his homeboys. He had Montgomery real big across his back. And Montgomery, the nickname for Montgomery, Alabama is the Gump. Well, you know, if you from Montgomery, dude, oh man, you from the Gump? Yeah, from the Gump. Some people will say Monkey Town, but mostly they're gonna say he from the Gump. I seen Moon get in. I seen him in several altercation clashes to where Montgomery and Birmingham was getting into it. They was getting into it. And Moon was a wild man. He was a wild man. We was in one prison and Moon got into it. Moon don't do no whole lot of talking, especially if you're not from Montgomery. He didn't do a whole lot of talking. And he was very, very respectful. He was very, very respectful, but he was dangerous. He put you in if Moon would have been in a California prison, he would have been a BGF. That was the aura that he had around him. That was the aura that I picked up from him. If he'd have been in the Cali system, he'd have been a BGF. But anyway, I seen Moon get into it one time on the hallway with a dude and the police. What it was about, I don't know. Now, this ain't the story I'm finna tell you about Moon, but I'm just gonna give you this little short synopsis on Moon. What they got into it about, I don't know. But Moon knew martial arts. Moon knew karate. And he didn't brag about it. He didn't talk about it. If you knew, you knew. If you didn't know, you didn't know. If you got into it with him, yo bad. Because Moon's skin wasn't tender. Your skin was tender. And Moon was going to do his thing to try to tenderize it. And they're off. You know? Anyway, I seen him get into it with the police and another inmate on the hall. The police got involved because Moon and the other dude was getting into it. They had exchanged blows. Boom, 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 boom. Woo! People watching. It was on a store day, so the hall was filled. People running around with everything. The police tried to run and intervene. Now, if y'all remember on one of my stories where I told y'all when the new people would come in, they would put them in the barber shop. Now, the barber shop was a big, was a room, but it didn't have no walls. It was glass where you could see in. It was right next to the shift office. You could see in it because it's big, big glass. Moon, when he got off on the dude, bop, 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 the police tried to grab him and subdue him. Moon twisted his arm a certain type way. He didn't want to hurt this police and pushed him. Boom. The police stumbled off. In the same motion that he pushed the police, he spun and side kicked the dude, the other inmate, in the chest. Bam! And sent him all the way through the plate glass window. Boom! What? It was over. Moon turned around, put his hands behind his back, and let the police cuff him. He did what he had to do. Very humble. That ain't gonna cause a lot of problems. Boom. Okay, fast forward. Fast forward. We in another prison. Another maximum security prison. Good stuff right there, man. Moon get into it over in whatever block he lived in. What it was about, I couldn't tell you. What kind of words was passed over in whatever block they were in, I don't know. I don't know none of that. All I know is when they came to the gym, 3 dudes tried to rush Moon. All 3 of them had knives. All 3 of them had knives, man. And when they came to get at him, like I say, I don't know what it was about. Man, Moon was sitting up at the top of the bleachers. You could see down to where the gym door is. When everybody coming in from the gym. When the dudes came in, I guess either Moon told himself, there goes my victims, or he knew that them dudes was coming for him. Whatever was going through his mind, I don't know. But he got up and he walked down the bleachers in the gym and got down on the flat level ground on the floor. When the dudes looked up and seen Moon, they immediately attacked. They had that look like, man, man, there that fool go. And they come at him. As they coming at him, they come up with them doohickeys, with them jiggamabobs, with them Flanagan Flanders, you know? Yow. What them youngsters call in prison, they pistols. They came at him. Man, listen, my eyes this big. Shoot, boy, my eyes was like two cell phones on record. You know, man, when they came at it, man, Moon jumped back, and broke that thing down, and they came at it, man, Moon with the jumping around, bam, 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 bam. Man, Moon knocked the knife out of all of them hand. He literally took all 3 dudes' knives, not physically in his hand. He knocked them on the ground, and he kicked them. No, he kicked them across the gym floor. And commenced the kicking off in their ASS. They was trying to get him. They swinging and all, man, Moon, bop, 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 flip him, bam, bop, bop, bop. I said, boy, look at this. Look at this. I'm watching. Now, boy, look, hey, man, woo. I went to touching my shoulder. What? My skin ain't tender. Let me make sure, you know, made me feel some type way. Dang. But this what I do. I seen it. Now I seen what he did in the other prison. But this right here, oh, this was on some next level type get down. You know? He had a little afro. He didn't have no tattoos other than the Montgomery. He had a little afro about that tall. He kept it the same way all the time. He didn't wear braids. He didn't wear, well, you couldn't wear braids in prison anyway, but he never did try to let it get long and all that. It just And I used to think he was crazy too. There's something wrong with Moon. But anyway, when he did what he did, man, finally the police start running in, coming to break it up, break it up. Police come in, break it up. With the mace and all that, cuffed him up, cuffed Moon up, and went on and took him to jail. Lock up. That's what they call jail. I'm like, dang, so now it's the talk of the gym. Everybody like, woo, woo, woo. Now, I'm not going to lie. For me, it was the talk. It was the talk. But me being a little bit different, strategical minded because of my Cali upbringing in prison, the only thing that was going through my mind is, okay, if we ever get into it with his people, he's coming. If we ever get into it with his people or whoever he cool with or him, I see now this has to be handled judiciously in a certain type way. He wasn't one was to be played with. He wasn't one that I was going to allow any of my young lokes to play with if it had to go. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. People all the time talk about, oh man, it was a 4-on-1 or it was a 5-on-1, it was a 3-on-1. And man, listen, that matters on the street. In prison, that don't matter, y'all. I'm a strategist, I'm a general. And I'm not finna see none of my people hurt. When something has to be done, I'm gonna make sure it's executed and handled in the right way. So now that I done seen this, I'm already telling myself, okay, if we ever have to go there with him, it's going to go this way, this way, this way. I'm going to make sure I put so many cats on you. You ain't finna take no knives. You ain't finna kick no knives across. No, not if I send them at you, because I'm going to send them in a way, boy, look here. I'm going to make sure we had the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. That's how it got to be done. You feel what I'm saying? If it had to be 5, then it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't care how many it had to be. When it come down to it, I'm coming to win, or I'm sending my people to win. I'm not sending my people into a situation where it's a possibility they gonna lose. No, I'm sending my people into win. And however many it take, that's how many it take. It is what it is. Was what it was. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Or see. You know? But yeah, I'm like, dang, this cat here was something else though. If I'm not mistaken, old Moon's still locked up. Old Moon's still locked up, y'all. But anyway, that was a story I had to tell y'all about him, man. Bad dudes, you know, like I said, you got some bad cats everywhere. You got some rough riders everywhere, man. He was just one of the ones, you know. Anyway, y'all know my pardon sayings, man. Y'all stay safe, man. Tell the people you love them. For some reason, it seems like my subscribers are going down. Now, y'all know for a fact who be with me. Y'all know I'm not like most YouTubers. I'm not one that's gonna get on here and beg y'all for subscriptions. I'm not one that's gonna get on here and beg you for likes, comments, none of that. You're going to see a lot of other YouTubers, man, always crying and whining, talk about, man, hit the subscription button. Man, hit the like button. And I don't have to do that. I've never had that problem, I never will have that problem, hopefully, so I'm not going to do it. But I noticed one thing. My subscribers are slowing up. I don't know if it's YouTube messing with me or not, but I need y'all to keep rocking with me, man. I need y'all to start sharing it to Facebook and all that. You know what I'm saying? Put me on your partners, your loved ones, your friends. Do that for your big partner. Because the main thing is, man, we scratching like a hound on the ground trying to get to this 100K. You know what I'm saying? Got to get there, y'all. We got to get there. We got to get there, man. If I could, man, when I hit that 100K, man, and get that YouTube plaque, if I could, man, I would engrave everybody from the foundation's name on there just to let you know, hey, man, we did this. Not just me, but we did this, you know? So anyway, man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3, man. I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all stay safe. Y'all already know I represent the gangsters, homie. The which ones? The Avalon gangsters, you know. Peace. I'm out.